Hey everyone, and welcome to Techlore. So the last Graphene video did super well, and lots of you requested an installation guide. So yeah, here we are. Today we will be talking about how to install GrapheneOS on your device, and we're going to be going through all the steps, things to know, things you're going to need, and just things to hopefully look out for. This is mostly aimed for beginners. We will not be verifying the signature on the device, which is something that's very important for security, but for users who are watching this beginner guide, I'm assuming you're going to go ahead and trust the website and where you're getting your ROM from. It's recommended that you verify it. There are instructions on the GrapheneOS website, but we will not be verifying using this installation guide. You're going to need a supported phone, which is currently the Pixel 2 through the Pixel 3a and 3a XL. It needs to be unlocked, meaning it can't be from Verizon or another carrier that locks devices. It has to be unlocked, and it also should be updated to the newest version of Android before starting. It's just good practice. You're going to need a computer that supports ADB and has it installed. You're also going to need to download the newest release of Graphene for your device, either beta or stable channel, and a cable. If you're someone who needs stability and wants to make sure your system is as bug-free as possible, you don't have time or energy to deal with that, get the stable release. It's the easiest way to go. If you're someone who wants to experiment a bit and you want to help contribute to the project by reporting bugs you find and possibly even offering solutions to those bugs, join the beta channel. Your help's much appreciated. You're also going to need time. Give yourself about 15 minutes to an hour, depending on your experience level and how smoothly things go, and back up. Back up everything. You're going to lose all the data on your device, so back everything up before starting. Do not comment that you deleted all your data. That's big dumb. So we will be doing this on Windows today because, well, if you're looking up a tutorial on how to install a custom ROM, you're probably a noob, and you're probably not using Linux if you're a noob. So we will be doing this on Windows. If you need, the only difference actually is ADB and installing ADB. All the commands are exactly the same. It's just getting ADB installed. And if you know how to install Linux, you probably know how to install ADB. Just look it up. So the first step is going to be just getting Fastboot, and that's the first thing we're going to do. I recommend minimal ADB and Fastboot. I'll leave a link in the description. I recommend the portable version. You don't even have to install it. Once it's good to go, you're going to get a zip file, just extract it, and you're going to end up with this. So you should have this. Very, very simple start. That's all you need. The next step would be getting Signify, although, like I said, this tutorial will not involve verifying your ROM. You should do this, but you don't need to do it. No one's making you do it, but if you want the maximum security and ensure that this is the utmost security and that you're actually getting a verified ROM that hasn't been tampered with, you should do it. But I'm not going to show you how to do it. So before we even start doing any of this, I actually recommend getting the factory images here because this is going to take some time to download. Oh, there it is, releases. So you're gonna have to decide between, well, stable or beta. Like I said earlier, if you want just stability, you're gonna go for the stable channel. If you're okay with testing new features, testing out some things that might have bugs, get the beta channel. I'll show the beta channel today. It doesn't change the process at all, really. But I recommend going on beta if you can, just because you can contribute more to the project if you're on the beta channel. I am on the 3a XL. Make sure you get the right device. That should be pretty straightforward. And then once you're here, if you want to verify the signature, you can download the second one. If not, just download the first file. That's all you need. And then I like to export this into that minimal ADB file or folder. So while that's downloading, we're going to move over to the next steps, which we're going to go to our phone on. So on your device, you're going to open up settings. You're going to go down to the bottom. You're going to go to about. You're going to go to build number, and you're going to just spam this. Yeah, you're just going to tap that as fast as you can for the 5 seconds, and you're going to see it already says no need. You're already a developer, and that's because I've already done this. If you haven't already done this, well, it's going to say you're now a developer. So once you get that developer status, you're going to go back. You're going to go to System, you're going to go to Advanced, Developer Options, okay? Once you're in here, you're going to scroll down, and first, before you touch anything, I'd recommend enabling USB debugging. just a good rule of thumb. And you're also going to recommend OEM Unlocking. Then you're going to get a pop-up, you're going to click Enable. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow your device to be unlocked. That's something we're going to need to do to install ROM. So now this just allows you to unlock it. It's just a safety feature. We still have to go ahead and unlock the ROM, which is going to be the next step. So now most of the rest of the process is going to be done on the computer. You shouldn't have to touch your phone very much from here on out. So as you can see, our file just downloaded, and that's okay because we don't really need to touch it yet. Now we're going to be working with ADB a little bit. So you should have enabled USB debugging. So what you're going to do is you're going to do CMD here, and you're just going to try typing ADB devices. Now, actually, we do need to look at the phone. So it's saying the daemon's not running, or the daemon, my bad. And then on the phone here, you're going to see allow USB debugging, and you're going to go ahead and just type always allow from this computer. So there you go. That has been allowed. I'm going to go ahead and run that command again, and you can see we have one device that's attached. That means that ADB is working and it's properly connected to your device. That's all we need to do. ADB, reboot, bootloader should be your next move. So you can also do this if you don't want to do the command ADB reboot bootloader. You can also just hold the power button and the volume down button on your device. And that'll take you to this screen here, which is going to show Fastboot mode. And at this point, as you can see, it says device state is locked. So what we need to do is we need to unlock the device so that we can install and modify the ROM. So how are we going to do that? Well, it's really simple, actually. If you go here, unlocking the bootloader, Fastboot flashing unlock. Fastboot flashing unlock. All right. And then on the device here, you're going to have to confirm that you want to unlock the bootloader. So you're going to go up, and you're going to see unlock the bootloader. So I'm using the volume buttons right now to cycle between lock and do not lock the bootloader. So I'm going to click unlock the bootloader, and I believe that actually erases everything on your phone. So if you haven't already done a backup, you should have done a backup a long time ago. So there you go. As you can see, now it's unlocked, the device status, so we can go ahead and modify the ROM. Now technically I already have Graphene installed on this phone, but this is how it would work if you had stock Android already installed in your Pixel. It still wouldn't modify anything. Just to put this into simple terms, we're going to unzip that file you downloaded, and then we're going to flash the file that's already inside of it. It's super simple stuff. So here, I accidentally already did this, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Oh. So I deleted that. So like I said, I just downloaded the zip from the website directly here into the minimal ADB portable. So I have 7-zip, so I can just go to 7-zip and extract 2, and it's going to extract that folder. If you don't have 7-zip, you can just do extract all and then extract it, and it's going to do the same exact thing. But I like using 7-zip. So extract 2. Then you're going to get this folder. You're going to open up the folder. Open it again. This is very messy and it's not very proper, but it works and it's simple and it should work for most of you. So then you're going to go back into this folder, and then I just paste all of this in here. Just like that. Then I just do flash all. And then as you can see, the phone's doing some crazy stuff. And then on here, you have also some activity going on. So your devices are going to be freaking out. You have the phone that's constantly shutting on and off, and you also have your computer that's doing all this stuff. As long as you see constant activity, you should be fine, and this is going to take a few minutes, so just be patient. There, and that's it. It didn't take very long. That took less than a minute, I think. So then it just says press any key to exit. So you just click enter and it'll exit. So now you should be done, right? Well, almost. So the ROM should be flashed. Don't test it out yet. Stay inside your bootloader. So your device should still be in this screen. That should be it. However, one cool thing about Graphene, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over here. Shut up, Brave. One cool thing about Graphene is that you can actually relock the bootloader, which is pretty uncommon with ROMs, and that's why it's such a secure option. Well, one of the reasons why it's such a secure option. So we can actually relock the bootloader, and you should do this. This shouldn't be even optional. So just like how we locked our bootloader before, or how we unlocked our bootloader before, we now need to lock it. So once again, we're going to go here. We're going to do CMD here. We're going to make sure ADB devices works just to verify. It's not coming up. Let's go ahead and just try running the command. So fastboot flashing unlock. Boom. Yeah, it still works. So as you can see here on the phone, you get the prompt again. Lock the bootloader. Do not lock the bootloader. Lock the bootloader. Do not lock the bootloader. And this is all done with the volume keys on my phone. So once you see lock the bootloader, go ahead and click the power button. And then there you go. So now you see device state is locked. So that means your bootloader is successfully locked, and we should have flashed our ROM successfully. And the last step is to disable the developer mode OEM unlocking, which we're going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through that, but that's the end of the computer side of things. Here on the phone, you see start, just click your power button to start the operating system, and now we can do the first boot together to see if it works. So I'm just gonna hold this up. And just so you know, this notice here is totally normal. Your device is loading a different operating system. That's a very normal pop-up to have. You're gonna get it every time you reboot. I wish there was a way to remove it, but that's part of verifying you're actually running a proper operating system. And the cool thing is that you actually get verified boot with this ROM, which isn't a common thing with custom ROMs. It's one of the reasons why Graphene is so secure. And the first boot might take longer than a normal boot, just so you know. And while that's booting up, just so you know, at this point you could also verify the installation, which is something, like I said, you should do. But it's quite a bit more complex, and most of the people that this video is aimed towards don't really need the threat model to completely verify their installation. In my opinion, you can disagree with me there. So I have a SIM pin, which you should have as well. I recommend setting one up if you haven't already. And then there you go. So that's the main screen that you get when you boot up. Unfortunately, all my data is gone, and now I need to, well, set everything up again. So I'd give this some time to just kind of settle. There is likely some background installation stuff still happening. I could be wrong there, but either way, just be patient, let the phone boot up. You're gonna go into your settings. You're gonna go into system, advanced. Oh, we are not a developer, so I can show you how to become a developer. So you're gonna go to about phone, go all the way to the bottom, and you have your build number. Just spam the heck out of that. Now you're a developer. Man, if only it was that easy, right? So you're gonna go to developer options. You see OEM unlocking is still on. We're gonna go ahead and disable that. Please restart the device to enable protection feature. So it's off, and you can go ahead and do a reboot, and then it will apply that setting. So at this point, your phone is good to go. You have Graphene installed, you've secured it. The only thing we didn't do is we didn't verify the installation, and for most of you out there, it's safe. You can disagree with me, and if you disagree with me, then go ahead and verify it. But for most people watching this video, they just want it to be quick, they just want this installed. This whole process for me, even with all the recording equipment and explaining what I'm doing, took probably about 15-20 minutes. For most people, this shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. It's a very simple process, and if you follow the instructions I gave you, it really is that simple. At this point, what you can do on your device, go ahead and go to the F-Droid website and install F-Droid, get some apps on your phone, and then also download Aurora from F-Droid and start getting normal Google Play apps from the Aurora store if you choose to. Just PSAs, I guess, Signal Messenger. Do not get it from Aurora. Get it from their website. Their APK on their website is meant to not work with Google Play services, which you do not have on GrapheneOS. If you want more of an overview of GrapheneOS, watch the video I put together already. It goes through everything about the ROM when it comes to Google Play services, how you use the phone, an overview of the OS, and all that jazz. So That's it. And that wraps up my guide on installing GrapheneOS. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, and also by giving it a like and subscribing to our channel for more privacy and security content in the future. Most notably, we now have surveillance reports, which cover weekly news related to cybersecurity and privacy for your enjoyment, and Go Incognito is still rolling out, your free course and guide to learning about security, privacy, and anonymity. Thanks for watching, and may Graphene shoot to the moon for you.